You're all here. This is day number 346, and my name is Jordan Oveas. If it's your first time tuning in, I've been documenting my journey daily for the last 346 days here on YouTube, and also built a platform called dayNumber, and I'm also been building for the last 346 days, and built a platform called dayNumber, which allows you to, as a early stage founder, document what happened each day and let that record, that proof of work, speak for itself. Where literally dayNumber can answer any question anybody asks, including yourself, about your journey, about what patterns show up, how consistent you are, and specifically, let's say for investors, they can ask, is this, what are the key, if you're like, yeah, you could ask like anything you want to know about the founder. How consistent have they been? What do they do when things get tough? Are they currently, do they have any traction right now in what they're building? All these questions that an investor would want to know when they meet a founder, right? So yeah, usually what I talk about is like what happened each day, like what happened yesterday, and then the day, and then what's happening today as well. Also, with my boy Max. Yeah, so yesterday I ended up pushing myself in the last hours, to like last hours of my day, which was around like probably closer to like in the evening, because during the day for some reason, I don't know, I was working on a couple things. But mostly at work, and it's just called ended up getting Claude to help me out to basically reach out to 25 people on LinkedIn for myself, to reach out to 25 founders, and then also had probably about 6 conversations, which was great. And then one of the things I did was I did the math on if I had a $10 million fund and we 100x the fund in, let's say, 10 years or whatever. I guess, like doing the math on like, basically based on how many founders we invest in at the earliest stage, and then a couple of them become, a certain percentage become billion-dollar companies. Like, how much, I wanted to do the math on how much a message would be worth, like just a message, sending a message out on LinkedIn, not even if they responded, a message. And the math came out to, if in the 90 days, let's say I send 50 messages a day for the next 90 days, each message would be worth around $12,300. And I was like, holy, like that's crazy, because before this I was like, so for whatever reason, not everything has to be about money, but when you put a dollar amount, for the activity you're doing, it'll help you to actually do the thing that I'm talking about in my thumbnails, which is stay consistent. If you knew that the value of even one message was even $100, wouldn't you send that message? And how many times would you send that message? And so yeah. So that's essentially what happened yesterday. I got Claude to help me to send 25 messages. My goal is to send 50 today, and increase the number of founders that have logged. And that's the key, is consistency, because you can do this, and this has been the pattern for me over the last 346 days, is like I'll go hard one day, and then the next day, like, I'd be like doing nothing, and I think it's because I didn't do the math behind what it is that I was doing, right? I didn't know the value, right? So now, and funny enough, Grant Cardone talks about this, or I don't know where I learned it from, but it's like let's just say you're going out there, you want to sell stuff. Hey, Furbo says hi. Hey, welcome everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Where are you guys tuning in from today? It's also a sunny day out today. We're at the Maxi Boy on this. I don't know if you saw yesterday or watching soccer, but I don't really watch soccer. But since World Cup is on, everybody's kind of like driving you into it, like especially at work and stuff. But yeah, that's crazy how what do you call it? Messi scored the second goal to tie the game when it was like 2-0, 80th minute, and then Argentina ends up winning still 3-2. That's crazy. Thank you. But yeah, it just goes to show there too, even with that game with Argentina, it's like, you know, they just got to keep being persistent. You got to keep being persistent and consistent. And even though nothing looks like it's happening, like, think about it. It was like 2-0 at the 80th minute. Most people would have already like been like, nah, there's no way Argentina's gonna come back. Like, if you look at if you probably looked at all the betting sites on sports like yesterday at that time, they're probably giving like almost 100x probably for Argentina to win. You know, so you have to know that eventually it's gonna pay off. You know, whatever persistence that you're doing on a single everyday basis, it's going to compound to where it pays off. And that's why I'm doing this. I've numbered my days, you know, meaning like I've kept track of how many days I've been building, because I know eventually it's something's going to pay off, and I'm going to accomplish the mission that I'm looking to accomplish, you know, no matter how long it takes for me to get there, right? So yeah, I sub to your and like, okay, thank you for the subs, thanks for the hearts. Max is taking a little bit to find a spot to go. I mean, look, there's a big field here, Max. You can go anywhere you want. Don't worry. You can go, Max. You can go. It takes a minute. It takes a second. Finally. Do we have success? Do we have success? I want you guys, for me, this gives me relief, because then I knew he was able to go and do what he needed to do, you know, and he won't do it in the house too. HD JJ Max, you're the best YouTuber ever. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Welcome back. Yeah, so like I said, if you guys are not seeing results, you have to do the math on what it is that you're whatever consistent activity that you're planning to do, whatever goal that you're trying to get to, you have to do the math on, you know, what it is. You have to do the math on what it is that you're doing, right? So if you do the math on the consistency of what it is that you're doing, then you'll be able to be motivated to know that, okay, even when I get a no on hang on, sorry, I'm just trying to go a different way. Max, come on, go potty, Max, come on. Yeah, come on, Max, go to the one, go potty. I love your dog and your thank you. Where are you guys all tuning in from today? Where is everyone tuning in from? Ooh, it's getting hotter. I wore a sweater because I thought it'd be a little bit cooler. So, but yeah, where's everyone tuning in from today? Maxi boy. Okay. Oh, Max. What do you say? I'm over with my grandparent, Nova Scotia, Long Point. Okay, awesome. Awesome. How about everyone else? That's cool. All right, guys. Well, yeah. First, you have to determine, when you're trying to figure out the math, like I was talking about earlier, is you have to know, okay, let's just say your goal is to make one sale a day, and that one sale will generate you, let's say, $1,000. Okay, $1,000, right? And let's say you're, I don't know, you're selling I don't know, let's just say you're building an AI tool for a company, you know, simply like an overview or consulting call. And the outcome of that is that they have a game plan to actually implement AI in their company, right? So let's say you have to reach out to, in order to get one sale, you have to have probably maybe, let's say, 5 proposals, okay? 5 proposals sent out to companies. Now, in order to get 5 proposals out, maybe you have to do like 50 meetings, okay, throughout the month. Well, that's a lot to get one to get one sale. But anyways, let's just say you have 50 meetings. I'm just doing the math here. Oh man, that'd be crazy. Let's just say the sale's like $10,000 then that would be worth it, 10 grand. I hope you have a great day, dog. Okay, thank you. Yeah, let's just say it's worth 10,000 then. So out of those 50 meetings, what's it gonna take to get 50 meetings? Well, let's just say 100 times the messages. Let's just say that. So that's 5,000 messages. Okay. Now, if you divide 10,000, or no, you divide 10,000 by 5,000. Basically, each message you send would be worth $2. If the value of the sale is 10,000, and you have to send 5,000 messages to get that 10,000, then each message is worth $2. So imagine all you have to, you're thinking, hey, I'm making $2 every message I send, no matter if they say yes or no. So let's just send a bunch of messages. Let's continue. So that can help you to stay consistent, right? HDJJD AI. Look, at the end of the day, AI is not just the chatbot or ChatGPT or if you really break it down, artificial intelligence. So first you have to define what is intelligence, the ability to maybe act autonomously when given maybe an instruction, or able to provide a certain amount of instruction or information when prompted, right? So that's already been effective, but just not in the foreground, to consumers, but for a long time now, right? If you think about how the internet even works, the algorithm, that's a form of artificial intelligence. If you think of how even mechanical systems are wired, like even stoplights, how they turn on and off automatically, right? That's a form of artificial intelligence. How our phones, when you bring it closer to your face, that's a sensitivity type of intelligence. So it can actually tell if something's close to it, then the screen will turn off and you won't press the buttons with your face, right? That was a specific thing that Apple launched when they launched the first iPhone, right? So you're good to live stream. Thank you. I like when it's human, Bob. Yeah, so there's a lot of, in order for this live stream to even work, there's some sort of intelligence, that allows me to, when I click on one part of the screen, boom, it turns, it reverses, right? So, so it's just that now we have, what we're really talking about is, maybe a lot of people are against AI, because it does cause harm to the environment, because of a lot of the water that's being used and everything like that. And I'm sure we're going to be working on, I think at each industrial, upgrade, you could say, there's some form of, inefficient way for it being done. I've been reading the biography of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates lately, and this was in when they started their companies, this was in the mid-70s, right? And they had they're talking about the PC revolution back then, and you should see, the computer and how slow it was and how clunky it was, all this hardware. Now I'm carrying the equivalent of that in my hand, pretty much, if not 10 times better. Check this out, guys. This is crazy. Look at this. Look at all these ants. Holy. That is crazy. That's a colony. That's a form of intelligence as well. Like, think about it. Life is intelligent. And any way that from humans, we express it through, creating things, right? Our intelligence is, look at this, this phone that we're holding right now, right? That was out of the imagination and intelligence that humans have, right? So intelligence and life is baked into its DNA, every part. Everything is self-sustaining. It's a form of expression and survival so that it continues to come, so So if you think about nature, like it's these trees replenish. They die and then they come back. They die and they come back. They die and they come back. Right? Unless the whole earth was rooted, or unless the whole tree was rooted from the ground, of course, then the whole tree would die. Right? But, so, sorry guys, 1 second. Gotta pick up, do the duty. Pick up the duty. Hold on. One second, guys. Hold on 1 sec. Gotta wrap this around. Hold on. All right, mission accomplished. We got Max to do his thing. Well, we didn't get him to do it, but we were here for it. Hold on 1 second. Max, look at me. Max, look at me. I think he needs a drink on this busy road again. Come on. All right, guys. So that's the key. Is Max, come. And see, even with life, it's consistent. If you think about life, things compound over time. You're always consistent at something, either consciously or unconsciously, right? You're never just stagnant, right? You're consistently persisting in something, whether you're conscious of it or not. And you're either moving towards an area or a part in life that you do want, or a part in life that you don't want, in that general direction, right? So what are you guys all up to today? F Verbo says hi, Max. Hey, Max, they said hi. Max says hi. No, not them. Maxie boy. All right. So yeah, where you guys? Yeah, and I do go live every single day. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Like I said, I mostly talk about what happened the day before and what happened today, and usually a topic based on that. Mostly directed and geared towards people who are building startup companies. So, but yeah, it's for anyone. I talk about life. Obviously I'm here with Max. So whatever's on my mind, really, or people bring up. But yeah, guys, anyways, I would advise you for whatever it is that you're stuck on, because I was stuck on not sending messages on LinkedIn for a long time. And I have 2,700 connections on there, and a lot of them are founders. And, I eventually got Claude to scrape for me, a list of 800 people who I could potentially reach out to. And then eventually I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do the math. How much is this worth? What's the dollar value on each message sent? And it's 12,300. That's crazy, So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about knowing that what I'm doing matters. I'm excited to know that there's value in what I'm doing, and it's not a waste of time or money. I like your V Furbo says I like your video, all of them. Thank you. HDJ, what do you think about Trump? You know what? The only thing I really know about him is that about his business acumen and his ability to be a great orator, and be able to speak well. And I haven't been studying economics or anything like that in terms of his impact on what's going on. So I have no ability to comment on that. I did listen to The Art of the Deal, which is one of his books when back in '90s, and yeah, it was a really good book a long time ago. And then so if you want to follow him for business, it's a great no. There's a lot of great concepts that he shares in those books. So yeah, take it with a grain of salt. I hate Trump. Yeah, see, I can't even say I hate somebody. At the end of the day, like I believe everybody has their own life path. And the more we try to like pull ourselves away from it, the more that we the more we're not going to experience this life to the fullest in a way that's, well, I mean, the fullest could be all relative as well, but I guess in the way that you'd want to experience it, or you'd prefer to experience it, right? So, but I think and it's not to justify anybody's harming others or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I think everything happens for a reason, and for me, I am for building a world and creating a world that's best for everyone. I'm for uniting as one, as a whole, so that all needs are met. I believe we're all one as humans, and life in general, and nature. I don't even want to kill an ant, but that's no different than killing a plant. It's all life, So I'm going to have a good day. Yeah, have a great day. Have a great day, man. Have a great day. I always, when I was helping my daughter to go sell stuff, one of the things that I always say to people, even whether they buy it or not, is say, have a great day, because you're reinforcing in your mind, have a great day, have a great day, have a great day. So what's going to happen is your mind is programming to have a great day. So if you say that throughout the whole day, your brain's always hearing, have a great day, great day, great day, great day. It's going to be a great day. Because whatever you think about, you become what you think about most of the time, right? So anyways, shout out to everybody here, HD, JJ, HD, V Furbo, anybody else here that tuned in, liked, and subscribed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. End of day number 346. I'm out.